Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Going the Distance. This is episode 71. Can you believe we've done 71 episodes? I can't, but it's been a really good ride so far, and I hope for many more episodes to come. So before we get started, I want you to hit the thumbs up button and like this video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. And if you hit that notification bell every time I film a video or a short, it'll notify you. So, and if you hit that like button, it pushes my video out even more. So, we got some sports news to get into. We got some UFL scores and predictions. We've got the Masters to cover, and we've got the What We're Listening To segment. So, let's jump into it. So, first off, we're going to talk about Joe Flacco. He signed a one-year deal with the Cleveland Browns. This is his second stint with the Browns. He spent 2 seasons ago with them. Did really good, came out of retirement, and he spent last season with Indianapolis, backing up Anthony Richardson, and he did he did good for Flacco, did good for Indianapolis while he was the starter. Now, he became the starting quarterback in Indianapolis for a few games because Anthony Richardson got tired during a game, and we've talked about that. If you've been following the show, you'll know that I had a whole segment about him getting tired and sitting out for a play, and Flacco coming in and then getting benched. Anthony Richardson did. Flacco did good, and then when Richardson was ready to come back, he was the starter. Well, Anthony Richardson got a shoulder injury too, so that had a part to play in it too. But let's hope Flacco can do good in Cleveland. I know he's battling Kenny Pickett for that starting job because in the offseason during free agency, Cleveland traded with Philadelphia for Kenny Pickett. So let's see how that goes. Moving on, we've got Drew Lock signing a deal with Seattle for his second stint with Seattle. He backed up Geno Smith the first time he was in Seattle with just backing up, and then he got traded. He went in free agency and went to Denver. Spent some time with Denver, and now he's back with Seattle. So hopefully he's learned to learn about his quarterback play and everything. But here's the kicker. Seattle just signed Sam Darnold to this huge deal in free agency. So I would like to see Drew Lock get a chance at the starter and maybe Sam sit on the bench. But that's not going to happen because everybody, if you know me, you know how I feel about Sam Darnold. Never been a big fan, and I think last season was kind of a fluke. But yeah, I think Sam's going to end up being the starter, but I'd like to see that battle, and I'd like to see Drew Lock at least get a chance to start next season. Moving on, we've got Raiders pass rusher Max Crosby has become the assistant general manager of Eastern Michigan, which is where his alma mater is, and which I think is great because I mean he knows that system. He knows how they're going to work, and he can work with them to make them relevant. I'd like to see maybe Tom Brady do something with the Michigan Wolverines, but he's got that 10-year deal with Fox to be a commentator, so that's not going to be in the works anytime soon. But maybe somewhere down the road. And Tom's part owner of the Vegas Raiders. So, he's got a lot going on. So his hands are in, several different pots. So, I mean, maybe another quarterback. Maybe Jason Witten can do something now that he's retired with with his alma mater. Just following that trend because I like when that happens. But congratulations to you, Max. I can't wait to see how Eastern Michigan does under you or under your general manager leadership. Moving on, let's talk about the UFL, and I can't believe we're in week 3 of the UFL. It's unbelievable to think we're in week 3. But starting on Friday night, we had the Stallions go up against the Renegades, and the Stallions defeated the Renegades 10-9. So that was a close game. Moving on Saturday, we had the Roughnecks defeat the Showboats 18-17. The Roughnecks improved to 1-2, and the Showboats dropped to 0-3. Again, another good game, another tight game. These one-score games are nail-biters. And then on Sunday, we had 2 games. We had the Panthers improve to 2-1, defeating the Brahmas, who dropped to 0-3 with a 26-23 score. And then in the second game, we had the Defenders improve to 3-0, defeating the Battlehawks, who dropped to 2-1 with a 27-15 victory. Now, the Defenders, to me, are what the Stallions were last year. They're undefeated, and they could run 9 weeks and go undefeated, and then lose like the Stallions did last year. But the Renegades are surprising me this year too. They're 2-1, where last year they were looking like the Brahmas this year, where they were 0-3 and just couldn't win a game to save their life, and just barely getting by, just barely losing these games. Losing with a field goal, losing with an extra point, all that type of stuff. So, so far it's been a good season, and I still put the Stallions in. I still put the Stallions in a playoff contention, and right now I put the Defenders and the Panthers, and obviously the Battlehawks. They're all 3-0 and 2-1. But now I've got to put the Renegades in there. The only ones I kind of see not coming back are the Showboats, who are 0-3, and possibly the Roughnecks, who are 1-2, and the Brahmas. But it's still a early season, so anything can happen. We're 4 weeks in. I think this is about halfway through the season, because I think there's about 8 weeks in the season. And there's 10 weeks in the season, the regular season, and then the finals won't be till June. So we got 10 weeks, so we're almost halfway. Next week, or in 2 weeks, we'll be halfway through the season. But, congratulations to all the winners. And now let's move into some predictions for this coming week. So on Friday night, on Fox at 8 o'clock, we have the Showboats at the Panthers. The Showboats are 0-3. The Panthers are 2-1. I'm picking the Panthers in this game. On Saturday, we actually have 2 games on Saturday, which is something. We have the 2-1 Battlehawks going up against the 2-1 Renegades at 12:30 on ABC. I'm actually going out on a limb here, and I'm picking the Renegades. Yeah, they're 2-1. Both teams are 2-1, but like I said, the Renegades look good this season, so I'm picking the Renegades. At 7 o'clock on Fox on Saturday, we have the 2-1 Stallions going up against the 1-2 Roughnecks. Really? Do I really have to pick that game? I mean, I just said the Stallions I put in a championship contention going to the playoffs anyway, unless they collapse. But I'm picking the Stallions in that game. And then on Easter Sunday, and that's why there's only one game on Sunday, because it's Easter Sunday. We have the 0-3 Brahmas going up against the 3-0 Defenders. I've got the Defenders in that game. 3-0, I mean, come on. It can't be, it's no contest unless the defenders just collapse and let the Brahmas run all over them. And I have seen that happen. I've seen that happen in the NFL. I've seen where these great teams do really good and then collapse when it matters. So, as of right now, I've got the defenders winning that game. So who are y'all's predictions in the UFL? If y'all been watching, what do you guys think of the UFL? I like it. We can still continue to have. We've still got football after the NFL, and yeah, it's only a 10-week season, but it is what it is. But who are y'all's predictions for week 4? I can't believe we're a month into this. And just drop it in the comments, y'all. Moving on, we're going to talk about the Masters. And Rory McIlroy won the Masters this week, which is fantastic. He completed the Grand Slam. Sorry, y'all, I lost my voice there for a minute. He completed the Grand Slam, which meant he won all 4 majors and the Players' Championship. Only 4 people. He's one of only 4 people to do this, and it's people like Arnold Palmer and Tiger Woods who have done this. Sunday he went into playoff holes with Justin Rose, which means they play 3 holes to decide the winner. Now, if they're tied after those 3 holes, let's say Rory and Justin tied each other at the end of those 3 holes. So they do 16, 17, 18 to determine. So if they're tied after that, then they go back and they do the other 3. So it'd be 13, 14, 15, and so on and so forth, until they get a winner. Now last week, or the week before the Masters, I saw that they actually held over the tournament for the winner until Monday because of weather or darkness or whatever it is. But yeah, I mean, congratulations to you, Roy. I've liked you for as long as you've been playing, and I've been watching golf, and I do enjoy golf. And some people say, yeah, it's a boring sport, but it's really not. It's exciting. It's you get into it, you learn a little bit about it, you get into it, and it's exciting, and you learn the players, and you learn who your favorites are, who you like, who you don't like, and it's just something. And they have a ranking like everything else, where you have the top golfer, and that's his name's escaping me right now, but he has done, he's been really good. And then Rory was number 1 for a good little while, and then don't know where he is in the rankings, but he's well deserving of this Masters championship, no doubt. So congratulations to you, Roy. I can't wait to see how you do the rest of the season. So now we're going to move into the what we're listening to segment and who we're listening to. And who are we listening to this week? We're listening to Kings of Leon. They're an alternative rock band out of Mount Juliet, Tennessee. They formed in 1999, and I actually found out about them in 2008 with their album Only by the Night. And this has songs like Use Somebody, which is a great song, which is the song that I was introduced to them with. Their debut album was called Youth and Young Manhood. They've had 9 studio albums, 26 singles, 27 music videos, 2 compilation albums, 1 live album, and their new album was in 2024. It was called Can We Please Have Fun? My favorite album from them is Only by the Night. And what song we're listening to? We're listening to let's listen to You Somebody. In fact, let's listen to the whole album of Only by the Night, because that's a great album. There's 11 songs on it, and every song is just amazing. They've got a great voice and just a great sound. But I want to know who you guys are listening to. I want you to drop in the comments. Who are y'all listening to? Who's y'all's favorite genres? Who's y'all's favorite bands? And what's some new music you guys are listening to? Have y'all been to any concerts or festivals lately? Let me know how that is. But yeah, just go check out Kings of Leon and let me know what you guys are listening to and what you guys think of the show. I really appreciate y'all's feedback. So if you want to drop in the comments what y'all's thoughts on the show are and, predictions and everything. So that about does it for me this week. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Have a great weekend. Have a blessed Easter. And we will be back next week to go the distance. God bless y'all.